Hold on to your GPUs, tech enthusiasts. NVIDIA's just dropped a silicon bombshell that's got the virtual world spinning faster than a quantum hard drive. They've cooked up a tech recipe that can run entire virtual cities, and it's about to make your current simulations look like Pong at a VR convention. This isn't just another graphics update, folks. We're talking about a digital revolution powered by neural radiance fields, NVRFs, a technology that allows for creating highly detailed 3D scenes from 2D images. Imagine taking a photo, then being able to step inside it and explore every nook and cranny. That's NVRF magic for you, filling in the blanks like a psychic artist on steroids. But here's where NVIDIA cranks it up to 11. They've figured out how to distribute this mind-bending workload across multiple graphics cards. It's like they've created a hive mind of GPUs, all working in perfect harmony to render virtual worlds so vast and detailed, they'd make the Matrix jealous. Let's break this down with some numbers that'll make your head spin. A typical high-end GPU these days packs around 10,000 QDA cores. Now, imagine linking up 8 of these bad boys. That's 80,000 cores working in parallel, crunching numbers faster than you can say ray tracing. It's the kind of processing power that makes rendering a photorealistic cityscape feel like a walk in the virtual park. There's more. This isn't just about pretty pictures. NVIDIA's tech is so advanced, it can simulate everything from traffic patterns to the spread of virtual vegetation. It's like SimCity, but on steroids, and with a PhD in urban planning. Want to see how a new skyscraper will affect wind patterns? Boom. Simulated. Curious about how a city would handle a once-in-a-century flood? Virtual disaster, real solutions. And gamers? Oh boy, buckle up. We're talking open-world games that make current titles look like they're running on a graphing calculator. Imagine exploring virtual cities with the detail and complexity of the real thing. NPCs with actual lives, dynamic weather systems, destructible environments. The possibilities are mind-boggling. Picture a game where every building can be entered, every character has a backstory, and the city evolves based on your actions. It's not just a game anymore. It's a living, breathing digital ecosystem. But let's not get too carried away in our techno-utopian dreams. This level of simulation comes with its own set of challenges. For starters, the hardware requirements are no joke. We're talking about setups that would make NASA blush. The average gaming rig isn't going to cut it. You'd need a small power plant just to boot this thing up. We're looking at systems that might cost more than a car, with power consumption that could light up a small town. Then there's the data issue. To create these hyper-realistic environments, you need an insane amount of real-world data. We're talking petabytes of information, from high-res satellite imagery to detailed 3D scans of buildings. It's the kind of data collection that would make privacy advocates break out in a cold sweat. Imagine the storage requirements. You'd need enough SSDs to build a small fort. Speaking of sweating, let's talk about heat. Running multiple high-end GPUs in tandem generates enough heat to fry an egg, or maybe cook an entire virtual chicken. NVIDIA's engineers are probably working overtime to figure out cooling solutions that don't involve submerging their servers in liquid nitrogen. We might see the rise of specialized cooling systems that make your average air conditioner look like a hand fan. But the potential benefits far outweigh these challenges. Take education, for example. Imagine history classes where students can walk through ancient Rome, or biology lessons where you can zoom into a virtual cell. It's the kind of immersive learning experience that could revolutionize education. Students could witness historical events firsthand, explore the human body from the inside, or conduct dangerous experiments in a safe virtual environment. Or consider emergency response training. Firefighters could practice tackling blazes in a variety of virtual buildings, honing their skills without any real-world risk. Surgeons could perfect complex procedures on virtual patients, pushing the boundaries of medical training. Pilots could simulate extreme weather conditions, preparing for scenarios that would be too dangerous to recreate in real life. The entertainment industry is another obvious beneficiary. We're not just talking about more realistic games. Virtual concerts where you can actually feel like you're in the front row, or interactive movies where you can explore the set between scenes. It's a whole new paradigm for storytelling and experience. But perhaps the most exciting application is in scientific research. Climate scientists could model entire ecosystems, studying the intricate interplay of countless variables. Physicists could visualize complex phenomena in ways never before possible. It's like giving researchers a time machine and a microscope rolled into one. They could simulate the formation of galaxies, the evolution of species, or the spread of pandemics with unprecedented detail and accuracy. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility. The ethical implications of creating such detailed virtual worlds are staggering. Privacy concerns abound. If you can recreate an entire city in virtual space, where do you draw the line between public and private? And what about the potential for misuse? In the wrong hands, this technology could be used for surveillance or propaganda on an unprecedented scale. We're talking about the ability to create fake environments that are indistinguishable from reality, a tool that could be as dangerous as it is revolutionary. NVIDIA is not blind to these concerns. They're working on baking in safeguards and ethical guidelines from the ground up. It's a delicate balance between pushing the boundaries of what's possible and ensuring that the technology is used responsibly. We might see the development of new regulations and standards to govern the use of this technology, much like we have laws governing the use of drones or facial recognition. As for the future, well, hold on to your neural networks. This is just the beginning. As the technology evolves, we might see virtual worlds that are indistinguishable from reality. The line between physical and digital could blur to the point of irrelevance. Are we ready for a world where we can create and manipulate entire realities at will? It's a philosophical question as much as a technological one. We could be looking at a future where virtual tourism becomes as common as watching TV. Why visit Paris when you can explore a perfect digital replica from the comfort of your living room? Or maybe we'll see the rise of virtual real estate where people buy and sell properties in digital cities. The implications for urban planning are enormous. Architects could test their designs in fully realized virtual environments before breaking ground. But let's not forget the potential downsides. As virtual worlds become more immersive and engaging, we might face new forms of addiction. The allure of a perfect digital reality could prove too strong for some, leading to social isolation and disconnection from the physical world. We'll need to develop new strategies for maintaining a healthy balance between our virtual and real lives. There's also the question of accessibility. As this technology becomes more advanced and resource intensive, will it widen the digital divide? We might see a future where only the wealthy can afford to access these hyper-realistic virtual worlds, creating a new form of technological inequality. On the flip side, this technology could be a great equalizer. People with physical disabilities could experience activities that were previously impossible for them. Virtual cities could be designed to be fully accessible, free from the physical constraints of the real world. In conclusion, NVIDIA's virtual city technology isn't just changing the game, it's rewriting the rules of reality itself. It's the kind of breakthrough that makes you question what's possible, that stretches the limits of imagination. From revolutionizing education and scientific research to creating new forms of entertainment and social interaction, the potential applications are as vast as the virtual worlds this technology can create. So whether you're a gamer dreaming of endless virtual worlds, a scientist itching to model complex systems, or just someone fascinated by the march of technology, NVIDIA's latest innovation is something to get excited about. It's not just raising the bar, it's launching the bar into orbit, then rendering that orbit in real time with photorealistic detail. Welcome to the future, folks. It's virtual, it's vast, and it's rendered in breathtaking detail. Just remember to take a break and step into the real world occasionally. After all, reality, the original version, still has its charms. But with NVIDIA's technology, the line between real and virtual is becoming increasingly blurry. And who knows, maybe that's not such a bad thing after all. The virtual cities of tomorrow are being built today, one pixel at a time. Are you ready to be a digital citizen?